This is a great story to emphasize how technology and surveillance tools can go from tracking productivity to tracking people's lives. Invasion of privacy, stalking laws violated. A regional sales manager at a large insurance firm was obsessed with knowing where his remote employees were at all times. So he secretly installed GPS tracking software on their personal phones without informing them. At first, employees noticed odd battery drain, but didn't think much of it. However, one employee got suspicious and discovered the tracking app during a phone update. She confronted the manager, who claimed it was work efficiency and said it was in the employee handbook. But it wasn't. The employee filed a lawsuit, and it was revealed in court that the manager had been tracking her movements 24/7. The company was fined for violating privacy laws, and the manager faced criminal charges for unauthorized tracking and invasion of privacy. The manager was fired, and the company settled with the employee for 6 figures. The former manager also faced charges under state laws regarding unlawful surveillance. You are tuned in to the Office Drama 24 Unfiltered podcast. This episode, you will hear shocking stories of felony-level micromanagement gone wrong. These tales are extreme, with micromanagers crossing legal and ethical boundaries that led to lawsuits, terminations, or even criminal charges. This next story has it all: betrayal, paranoia, and a huge lesson about privacy rights in the workplace. A paranoid office manager at a small accounting firm installed hidden cameras in the employee break room and bathroom without informing anyone. His justification? I'm protecting the company from theft and waste. But the hidden cameras captured much more than the employees eating sandwiches. One employee discovered a tiny lens in the ceiling vent and reported it to HR. But HR initially dismissed it. When the employee contacted local authorities, a police investigation kicked in and revealed several hidden cameras in places employees had a reasonable expectation of privacy, including a small bathroom used for changing clothes. The manager was arrested and charged with felony illegal surveillance. The company faced a class action lawsuit from employees, resulting in a massive settlement for invasion of privacy. The manager was sentenced to 2 years in prison. Now, think about this. Have you ever let a payroll discrepancy slide? Hopefully, you'll think twice after this next story. Small adjustments on time cards may seem trivial, but when done at scale, they can add up to felony charges. A few minutes here, a few minutes there, and suddenly, it's a felony. A warehouse supervisor took micromanagement to a whole new criminal level by altering employee time cards. He would adjust workers' clock in and clock out times, claiming it was to correct errors. In reality, he was shaving off 10 to 15 minutes per shift from dozens of employees' paychecks. Over time, this small theft added up to tens of thousands of dollars. One day, an employee noticed the discrepancy in their paycheck and requested payroll records. HR was required by law to provide the records, and sure enough, timestamps had been altered. The supervisor claimed it was standard policy to round down work hours, but the company's policy said otherwise. Employees filed a complaint with the Department of Labor, which launched an investigation. The supervisor was charged with wage theft and fraud, both felony offenses. The company had to pay back wages with penalties and was placed under state oversight for 2 years. The supervisor was fired and later pleaded guilty, receiving a 1-year suspended sentence and 100 hours of community service. For anyone that has dared to do the right thing and reported waste, fraud, abuse, corruption, or dangers in the workplace, this whistleblower story is for you. A district manager at a large logistics firm had access to the company fleet, and as part of his micromanagement strategy, would personally supervise deliveries. Employees noticed he was driving around a lot, but it wasn't always during working hours. One sharp-eyed employee saw the manager driving a company vehicle to a weekend barbecue at a family member's house. Suspicious, they snapped a photo and reported it. An internal investigation revealed that the manager had been using the company vehicle as his personal car for months, logging phantom business trips to justify gas, tolls, and maintenance charges on the company's dime. GPS logs from the fleet management system confirmed the vehicle was often parked at his home and at non-work related locations. The company filed charges of embezzlement and theft of services. The district manager was fired, arrested, and charged with 2 counts of felony embezzlement. He ended up pleading guilty, paid $20,000 in restitution, and received a 6-month jail sentence. This story is a lesson learned in how tracking tools like GPS can expose the very people using them for control. Join me here next week for more Office Drama 24 Unfiltered.